You're listening to I Like That Story, podcast number 48, The Museum in the Dumpster. Today's story brought to you by Evolution Consulting, nationwide image professionals for styling, speaking, and stage. There's a TV show about hoarders. I've seen a couple of episodes. We used to call them pack rats, and if I'm honest, I have the tendencies myself. No need throwing that out. I may need it, or it may come back in style, or I may lose the necessary weight. Or here's another thing. My kids should have this. Well, let me tell you about one family of kids. They met me at the funeral home. Dad was the last to go, and the funeral was set 1 month after his death. The kids had been working on the home place for a full month. Now, don't get the idea that they were cold and greedy. No, the opposite. They loved their parents and cherished the memories of growing up in the house that held all the stuff the folks had collected since they moved in 1967. No junk, no, none of it was junk. That's the hard part, the middle daughter said. It's all stuff. Stuff is not junk, and it's a lot harder to decide what to do about. So you know what they did? They threw it away. Listen to what the oldest son said. We came down a couple of weeks ago. He was a teacher living in Idaho. We sat and carefully looked at each piece and decided, can we use it? Do we have room for it? Can our kids use it? Should we sell it? Who would buy it? It was exhausting, and we were all getting frayed around the edges and bickering, and by the end of the first day, we only had half a room done. I looked at the kids as he was talking. There were 6 of them, and I knew exactly how they must have felt and could feel their dilemma. So, how did you do it? Well, we started by calling all the antique stores and secondhand places. This is a daughter speaking who had moved to Wisconsin. They all came and took what they wanted, but they didn't take much, and they didn't pay much either. It was almost insulting, chimed in another, to see how dismissive they were of all of this stuff. But we didn't want it, or need it, or were too stressed and tired to figure it all out. So like I said, they threw it away. They called in a big rolled-off dumpster, 3 of them actually, and had a crew come in and empty all the stuff out of the house and into the landfill. I looked around the room at all these adult children, a little surprised at their decision. And there they sat with emotions that were easy to see, partially guilty and mostly relieved. I've told this story before to adult kids. They either nod because they understand the motives, or because they have done about the same thing. So here's my takeaway, or maybe I should say, here is my giveaway. Give your stuff away. Find college kids or newlyweds or struggling families or kind neighbors and give them the mid-century end table, the extra towels you never used, the spare TV, the bike pump, the box of picture frames, the antique desk. If you don't empty it today in generosity, it will be emptied tomorrow with guilt. So that's the podcast for today. If you want a free newsletter, I'll send one out once each month. I'm also working on 25 Christmas stories. I'll send those out each day from December 1st through Christmas Day. And both the Christmas stories and the newsletters are all sent to you in your email, so no extra clutter in your house. If you want either one, you can shoot me a message on my website, ilikethatstory.net, and I'll make sure you get them. Until next time, I'm Jeff Gould. God bless.